Welcome back to another video. Early morning at Day to World Relays 2025. Jan Mac. I was visiting to say we need to live, but forgot to send it. Good morning, Jan Mac. How are you? Yeah, are you watching right now? Right over there, you're watching at Georgia. I tell you, Jamaica in the mix 4x4. Just a pitiful showing from Jamaica. Yes, welcome to the. This is probably a first live in a long time. Literally spent a full year in Jamaica, and while they haven't done anything really sports related, but taking in the second day of the world relays, and I do believe that it's a pitiful first day for Jamaica of 6 relays, 6 opportunities to qualify for 6 events. Jamaica qualified for 3, well 2. Good morning. Jamaica qualified for 2 of 6 events. The mix 4x1, mix 4x4, the the men 4x1, women 4x1, men 4x4, women 4x4. Jamaica only qualified for 1. They qualified for the mix 4x1 women. They got a second place finish. I really do believe Jamaica had a good finish, a good race in the mix 4x1. The European teams that are showing up, the European teams. Jan Max will be watching with me idiot self. Oh no. Jan Max say watching with me idiot self. No sir. That's how you go. Madness. Alright, so on the track right now, I think it's the 4x4, the mix 4x4 relay women on the track. So Jamaica in the mix 4x4 had an opportunity to qualify. So even though we did not qualify automatically on the first day, there's an opportunity for all teams to qualify on the second day because it's time. You can qualify based on time, and Jamaica, the top 3 team in each heat, they go through automatically to the World Championship. But Jamaica, for some reason, I was saying that Jamaica was definitely on point. We cannot blame J3A at all because what? J3A made sure that the Jamaican team was on the soil days ahead, training, getting the opportunity to get that jet lag out, get their legs warm, build that camaraderie, and be ready. But on the day, Jamaica just didn't even show up. A lot of people, they're giving Johan Blake they're literally putting the fault on Johan Blake, and I don't know how to feel about it. Has anyone heard what went wrong with Jodine? Is this the person who led off in the 4x4 for women? I think she was injured going in, but she was definitely walking to that. She walked 400 meters. That's what I thought I saw. I saw a lady walking. I've never seen anything like it. She looked sick from the start to the finish. Yes, we're right. We the Jamaican can't blame the J3A. Not this time. I don't think Jamaica can blame J3A this time. People are still blaming J3A, thinking that they didn't put together a good squad. But J3A made sure that they were there. They were on time. They are athletes who trained for years, for many years. So at this point, they're saying, you know what? I don't believe that it's our fault if they don't run well because we brought them there, we gave them the opportunity to train, and they are running against teams that are not known for athletics. They are running in qualifying rounds, finishing last place. That is such an interesting situation. Jamaica is finishing last place in qualifying rounds against teams like India, Uganda. You know, teams that are not known, Sri Lanka, teams that are not known for anything but cricket. Like even cricket, some of these teams are not known for, and they are running and beating Jamaica. China qualified ahead of Jamaica in the mix 4x4. China ran away from Jamaica and held their position the entire race. China held their position for the entire race. China ahead of a mixed 4x4 team, a Jamaica mixed 4x4 team. I really wonder if Jamaica really just don't have the ability to put together a good team. Some of these European teams are genuinely relay specialists. I do believe that these teams are relay specialists. Yes, guys, please hit that like button. Please, it's a simple hit, and then we might have a few more company in the building. Yeah, and just comment where you're watching from. You know, I want you to comment your biggest, your best moment from yesterday's relay and your most painful or your most painful, because there must be at least one emotion triggered from the Jamaica team yesterday. There are at least one emotion that got triggered. I'm saying that the teams are out there. Look, I don't know if you're watching the mixed 4x4. Just running to the line. Yes, I saw Great Britain run it. They're winning this one, but they laid it out on the line, followed by Belgium. Belgium, it's like almost a photo finish to the line. So these teams are taking it very personal. Poland with a third place finish ahead of Kenya. So these European teams, they are showing up at these world relays like it's the most important race ever. It seems like Jamaica right now are only extremely good at the high school sports. It seems like when you transition from high school to something more, it's a problem. Um, Welcome, Kamisha Brown. I'm just starting to watch. How was the mix relay this morning? So the mix 4x1, Jamaica got a second place finish. I believe they brought the baton around very well. They started out with Serena Cole to slowly, and from slowly to the guy who at the third place. So the two changes was Brian Lavelle, anchor, and Serena Cole to start off. They brought the baton around really, really well. I think our worst leg might have been the second leg with Slowly, which yesterday she had the best leg. So it's a relay. Anything can happen. But Jamaica got a second place finish. They qualified for the World Championship in September. So we're through there. Now in the mixed 4x4, all teams that ran yesterday got an opportunity to qualify again today. They got an opportunity to qualify again. The top 3 teams from each heat, they go through. Jamaica finished 4th behind China. So Jamaica is not going through. They might have an opportunity to go through if they run some meet somewhere in the world. They might be able to go through if they are able to put together a really good time. So two qualifying time is allowed after the world relays. And if Jamaica somehow run a race somewhere and get that time, then we'll see them at the World Championship. But yeah, Jamaica, after 2 races that they ran earlier this morning, we qualified for 1. Jan Maki is saying high school is now our elite sport. Such a shame. Such a pity. And it seems like even at Carifta, they are struggling to some extent. You know what? We don't really bring more than 2 of our elite athletes to Carifta. But yes, Jamaica elite sport at the moment, our elite athletics is definitely high school. It's high school athletics at the moment. HISA to be exact. You know? Dian Witter, good morning. Thank you for the comment. Appreciate it. Jan Maki saying them nah go nowhere. Rewrite the truth. Oh, Jamaica now going away. I talk about all Jamaicans not going. Hey, listen, I am. You notice even when Jamaica is running, it's like the commentators are talking about only Jamaica, like it's only Jamaica in the race, because we have had a legacy of victory for such a long time, and I think that we the fans are still delusional. We believe that Jamaica is somehow a golden team. We're still in that golden era, but I do believe that Jamaica golden era passed. It had passed and it is behind us at the moment, even with the likes of Kishane Thompson, because the medals are the proof. The medals are the proof. Jamaica, they are struggling. If Jamaica goes out there in any event right now, we're not expecting to win. Would like to win, but as a realistic person, I'm not expecting that we are going to win. But when they win, I will celebrate. but I don't expect the victory at all. Journey is killing you, say, and Max. So true. Hey, the passion and drive. Um, they have the passion and drive more than the elite. Yet Asafa want us to mind them for the qualifying for World Championship. Well, Asafa is a case study by himself because that's Asafa. You know, I was saying that remove Usain Bolt's medal and what would Jamaica legacy look like? Baking with Lion. Welcome to the live. Appreciate the comment. Remember last year was a really bad year for us. The amount of injuries there was, it was shocking. So this year is going to take time for the confidence to come back. I don't believe they had a confidence problem. I think we have an overconfidence problem because the teams that are showing up in that big yellow gold, the black, green, and gold, showing up, and everybody is expecting a victory immediately because it's Jamaica. Jamaica is not doing well on the track, literally finishing last place in a qualifying round. Jamaica is finishing dead last in a qualifying round against India, Sri Lanka. Teams like these, Jamaica finishing dead last, running a 400-meter leg in 56 something, when we're seeing 400-meter hurdle athletes running 40s, 48, 49. You know, like Macatlan is a different level, but come on. You know, Yan Maki is saying Asafa talks crazy all the time. You know what? Definitely. Yanmak says, sounds like West Indies cricket. Yeah, June with Kelly was saying the same thing yesterday. It's like, so like a West Indies cricket. They want, it definitely brings the memory of the West Indies cricket team. You know, the decline is so steady and consistent. It's unbelievable. Cosmic Wisdom 99. Welcome to the live. Appreciate the comment. Bolden is just focused on Jamaica, as he should though. As he should. He's focused on Jamaica. At some point, I think he's starting to feel sorry for Jamaica. Jamaica really helped to promote the event. You put Kishane Thompson out there doing a baton change with Yohan Blake and Shelly and Fraser Price and Sherika Jackson. This is promotion. I can imagine that these athletes are the ones that build hype around the event. So, you know what? You'll have to continue to talk about them. Yan Mack is saying I call our new athletes TikTok athletes and YouTube too, because I saw where Fort was, you know, he was showing a few snippets here and there, but when they lose, they didn't. Alright, so the second 4x4 heat is on the track at the moment. Didn't get the chance to see the names of the teams running, but it's out there on the track, and I can tell you Jamaica is not one of them. Is it? I did get an opportunity to see. Alright, so Yan Maki said, yeah, the call our TikTok athletes. I am talking about the athletes and where they are now. Oh, okay. You're saying that the athlete's confidence is not boosted as yet. Well, as I said, I don't think these athletes had any confidence problem at all. Jamaica is just a confident country. Cosmic Wisdom is saying Jamaica need more practice. Do you think that Jamaica had lost a lot of interest in the sport after they exit high school? After they made it to some professional level, they just lost interest, and they are a complete different. They're just something else after high school. High school Jamaicans are running. Let's say, for example, some of the class 1 athletes running low tens for the males, very close to the sub 10, and then for the females running low 11s, very close to the sub 10s, and when they transition to becoming a elite athlete, a pro athlete, they are struggling to go to the low 11s. That's where I'm having that problem. So I think they had a lot of practice, but they have a mindset shift. Johnny with Kellina said, Yan Mack, you know, I made that same comparison yesterday and rewrite video. I am afraid, but they are starting to give me the West Indies feelings now. And trust me, you don't want to get that West Indies feeling. It's a constant low. That West Indies feeling is a consistent low. Consistent low. Teflon Dan, welcome to live. Appreciate the comment. Jamaica show up to the world really for a free trip. Did you see Jodine Williams run the forever relay for women? I tell you, it was a 56. something, 56 seconds something split. It's almost a minute she took to run that 400 meters. You can see the lack of care, the lack of care that I saw in that relay from that Jamaican athlete. It was unprecedented. She literally looked like she was walking. You know, at one point I was saying that I wonder if this girl is a little bit on the prego side of life. You know, she's carrying a extra. You know, it's honestly, she just had that look. You know, like you want to make sure you secure that package. Not making this light, but it just had that look at one moment. Yeah. 4x4 running now. Yeah, the 4x4 on the track right now. Australia in the lead, Ireland in a second place, and China doing extremely well again. China in third place, Switzerland behind them. So we're talking about the teams that are not traditional teams. They're running some really good, really. They're putting on some good performance with relay. And at one point, just seeing how Japan ran their race, just seeing how Japan ran their race, I can tell you that these athletes, they are professional relay athletes. I'm starting to believe that there are professional relay athletes out there. Athletes who are just good at running relays. There are countries that are specialized, are relay specialists. Because even looking at yesterday, where Jamaica had a second place finish with a season best, extremely good time. Spain put together almost a perfect relay. Right? Spain put together an almost perfect relay. And after they put together that perfect relay, they still beat the elite Jamaican team with Shelley and Fraser Price, Sherika Jackson, and the Clayton twins. That's a really good relay that they put together. A really good team Jamaica put out there. Baking with Lioness saying Jamaica didn't show up for the race. It seems. Yeah, it seems like that. Maybe they didn't have enough athletes because they should be in the second heat and they are not there. I was wondering how is it that they weren't in the first and they weren't in the second and they finished dead last. Dead last. The camera, it's almost like they got lapped in that first relay yesterday and they didn't show up today. So there's definitely an issue there. Jan Mack is saying, I honestly think Johan was thinking about his hand over to you saying and run left foot. Who was running into Johan? I can't remember who ran into Johan in that historic 2012 relay. He ran away, man. He ran off. But somehow, I don't know if it's practice. I don't know what the situation is. But you remember in the 4x1 woman, the USA had to literally hold on to the girl. The incoming runner had to hold on to the anchor runner hand and place the baton there. So I believe they had been struggling a little bit. I believe they had been struggling. And like up the live, guys, we have 2 likes, 21 people. It's a simple like. Just hit that like button. Hit the like button. Let's build that encouragement. You know, talk it truth. Honestly. You don't feel like we can talk about him together. But you see, if we get the like and everything, the other people will come in, and then you will give the interest that boost if you continue with this commentary thing, you know. Cosmic Wisdom is saying, those teams practice more than the Jamaican teams. Yeah, that's why I think that they are professionals. And they laid all out there on the track. The Jamaica team, they're so used to just running and holding back something for another race. These athletes are laying it all out. You see the fight. You look at their faces. Look at the faces. You know that they're leaving everything out there on the track. And then when they are done, they go back and they talk about it. They laugh about it. You know, they hug it out. They cry it out. Jamaica win, lose or draw. I don't know if the fans, if we the fans had sucked the passion out of the athletes. I'm hoping we did not. Teflon Dan is saying, where was Cherokee Young? She is a very good 4x4 relay athlete. Why not have her on the team? Interesting. That's an interesting one because somebody was asking about Oblique Civil yesterday. Why not have Oblique Civil? You know, we have a better team on paper for the 4x1 than what was there because we still didn't have Oblique Civil out there. Naturally, he's a better athlete than most. I would want to say he's our number either 2 or 3 athlete. Akeem Blake got injured at Grand Slam. So it could be that athletes are injured. It's maybe they're unavailable. I was thinking about the same thing, but I don't think Jamaica usually put their best team out there all the time. You know, Yanmak is saying, you're right. They definitely need more, more than practice. Jamaica team practice more than. Oh yeah, those team definitely practice more than Jamaica team. I do believe that. Teflon, I was saying the same thing. Teflon, I just wrote that and deleted. So yeah, Jamaica definitely have athletes. And do you think that Jamaica struggle to put together the best possible team that they have? Remember, guys, please hit that like button. The like button just helps to push the video out to other people if they're interested in watching a live, a watch along. You know, you just push the video out a little bit. So I don't know if Jamaica struggle to put together a different team. I was wondering, is it that these teams have, or the athletes have obligation to their sponsors that pull them away from national duties? But I don't believe it would pull them away. I think it would cause them to work more with the national team because the sponsors would have respect for the national team. I don't know what's happening with Jamaica. I do believe that Jamaica at some point got overconfident. They started to look into that professional avenue, but the brand Jamaica would literally give the athlete the opportunity to earn more. And now that they have been on this constant decline, this steady decline, I believe that at some point, going, let's say 3 years from now, they are going to start earning less because the quality had been diluted to some extent. They're diluting the quality, in my opinion. Johnny Kelly is saying, so they could have find a replacement for that 4x4. No idea what happened in that 4x4 because I'm sure there was a list that was I read from yesterday. I'm sure I read at least 10 athletes who would have been available for the mixed 4x4, and I'm talking about 10 from each gender would have been available for the mixed 4x4 and the 4x4. So I'm sure the athletes were there. I don't know what the situation was, why they didn't get to use these athletes. Cosmic Wisdom is saying those small countries practice a lot because some of them don't even have people to run in their individual races. They probably focus on the relay the whole year. That's what I'm thinking. I think these athletes are professional relay athletes, but Jamaica definitely need this. If these small countries are capable of putting together such flawless relays, getting the kind of time that they get as a team, Jamaica probably should start focusing on getting a relay team together. They have to learn from some of these small countries because Jamaica had been under the microscope for the big countries forever. Cosmic Wisdom, Oblique has Grand Slam. That's what I'm thinking. You're talking about Oblique Civil right now probably is about $75,000 in, or a little bit more. And with 2 Grand Slam left, he has the opportunity to win at least one of those Grand Slam, or get two second places, getting another $100,000. As I said, the options are available. Now the mixed 4x4 is out there on the track, and in this one, Jamaica is definitely in this one. So this will be another opportunity for us to qualify for the World Athletics Championship in September. And like every other lineup that Jamaica is a part of, Jamaica is the center of the conversation because Jamaica had been shocking the world since yesterday, losing everything in sight. They have been losing everything in sight. So Jamaica is lined up on the track at the moment, and let's see. So this is heat 1, and the top 3 team go through, and they're off. And Yanmak is saying that was Nesta Freighter to Blake. Nesta to Freighter, Freighter to Blake, to Hussein, if memory serve. Like up the live, people! Yeah, man, like up live. Touch the live button one time and take care of it. You can see how that turned out. John Wick Kelly said a lot of these athletes are getting sponsorship from high school, and they lock the drive after that. So once they secure that money, that bag, then they give up. It look like that. Consciously yours. Welcome to the live. Appreciate your comment. Why is that our country can get most of their top athletes to part? Why is it that our country can get most of their top athletes to participate? Or why other countries can get their athletes to participate but Jamaica cannot? It is the fault of the governing body. It's possible. No, in this mixed 4x4 that we are looking at right now, Jamaica is steadily declining again. Jamaica is switching between third and fourth. So they are not putting themselves in the best possible spot to contend. Yesterday Jamaica finished fourth. They barely missed out, but they must finish in the top three today if they want to get in to the world relays, into the world championship. And they had the fourth place hand over. They had the fourth place hand over. So Jamaica is in fourth place now, and I think we're on the third leg. The issue is that these European countries, I don't know if they're just so much better than Jamaica in the 400 meters, but right now Poland is running away from Jamaica, Brazil running away from Jamaica, Netherlands running away from Jamaica. It's like Jamaica is just struggling. It doesn't make any sense. The guy is running a 500 meter race because he's so far out, but he's trying to put together a good leg to give Jamaica opportunity to qualify. So Jamaica hand over in third place for the final changeover. So the Netherlands in first, Brazil in second, Jamaica in third. And Jamaica have a really good gap between them and between Brazil and Netherlands. So Jamaica is in third place, but it's not a good position for Jamaica because they're running extremely hard. They must finish third. And the two teams ahead, Netherlands and Brazil, they are really ahead. And behind them is Senegal. And Senegal is running like they're on a mission. And the Jamaican guy is looking behind him like he's afraid he's going to get caught. And you know who is afraid that he's going to get caught? Me. Because Senegal and Portugal. Oh God, Poland is finishing like a freight train, but Jamaica qualified. Jamaica qualified. Touch the like button, please. Touch the like button. Jamaica qualified. Hey, my God. Jamaica qualified. Now them girls go train for the World Championship. Oh my God. You can imagine Jamaica win, get third place and feel like I'm first? No. What did Jamaica come to? No. Brazil and Netherlands beat Jamaica and Poland almost beat them. Senegal almost beat them. And India and Zimbabwe not finish the race. Italy, well, hey, Jamaica gone pretty far behind, you know. Jamaica is very far behind. Guys, please just touch that like button. I appreciate it. Please touch the like button. So, Journey King is saying a lot of these athletes, they got the sponsorship early and then they lost momentum where a professional athlete, where being a professional athlete is concerned. I don't believe they believe in the color of the uniform anymore, but the world does believe in it. I believe Jamaica need to get that passion again. They're gonna start losing. They're gonna start losing sponsorship money and a lot of things because they're getting their sponsorship deals from corporations and stuff. And these corporations, they will go where the athletes are most popular. You know who I feel it for? I feel it for Julian Alfred. She cannot represent at a lot of these relays because her country cannot put together a team. They won't be able to put together a team. And Jamaica can. And they're not doing their best. I feel it for Julian Alfred. She won't know what it is like to win a relay. She will not know what it's like to be a part of a championship team and a relay. Even though she's an Olympic champion and one of the best in the world, one of the most driven and a generational talent. Jamaica is a part of the country that Jamaica represents. Sometimes it's just frustrating to see, you know. Sometimes it's just frustrating. So Teflon Dan saying at this point I would have took Janelle Brumfield to run the mix 4x4. Hey, did you see Janelle Brumfield at the Met Gala and her girlfriend? Yeah, but No, it's not her girlfriend. So how comes in she there wear the pearl them and something and the nails polish? I know. No. We see her in the Met Gala, I never know who she to go with. Yeah, man, she step out, but we don't know if she want to represent Jamaica though. We don't know if she still want to represent Jamaica. She don't feel safe. I don't think she feels safe. So Kamisha Brown, welcome to live. I appreciate the comment. Right now, Jamaica athlete has stressed me out every time. You're saying everything you're saying is true. Hey, Jamaica, hey, think about Jamaica just finished third. Jamaica finished third in a race, and we appreciate it. We literally are putting our hands to the cloud. We're giving thanks for the third place. Jamaica finished third. We can tell the world about it. Before this, Jamaica finished second. We can tell the world. Imagine that. You remember when Jamaica finished without a gold medal, we cost them. Right now, Jamaica come third. You're not glad. If you're glad down there, so just touch the like button. Say Jamaica get a third place finish. They've like that is saying. General Killing saying, I have tampered my expectation. I won't let them give me any hard problems like the West Indies cricket team. Teflon Dan saying Jamaica youth so dominant at Carifta pen relays, then become professional and don't know what happened. Honestly, that's one of the biggest mystery. The Jamaican athletes, I believe that they know that if they show up, they get paid. That's the problem. Some of these athletes' appearance fee for their sponsors is just ridiculous. Remember last year, Sherika showing up for the Olympics helped her. It helped her, just showing up. You didn't have to run. You just show up and pretend that you're gonna run. You keep the anticipation high and then back out during a press conference at the right time under a sunglass, looking like a celebrity. That's what Jamaica doing right now. Jan Mark is saying, Uno seen, Uno see, watching Rashid McDonald make me tired. Me heart weak. Because we barely made it. Hey, I said I never feel so happy to see a third place finish yet. Jan Mark is saying Rashid run like Sandy Richards. Are you saying Sandy Richards? Are you? Oh my God. Senegal at the momentum running coming from behind Jamaica. Lucky. Jamaica is very lucky because not just Senegal, Portugal as well. Portugal pushed so hard. No, not Portugal, Poland pushed so hard. Love the talk. Day and with her. Appreciate the comment. Touch the like button up. A 3 like me get a loan and a 30 away. You can imagine that. And then a 3 like man. Early morning, while I wake up and I do this. Touch the like button. Cosmic. St. Lucia coming soon. Did you watch Carifta? I did watch Carifta and you are correct. You are correct. Julian Alfred will get company. By maybe within 2 years. They'll be there. They'll be there and I want them to come because I really appreciate Julian Alfred putting it, laying it out there on the line. You know, Jamaica is in a decline. It's just like a wheel. Nothing lasts forever and you have to choose your team. You have to pick somebody to root for. And right now, as much as all of us, Jamaica chose us and we chose Jamaica, at this point, we're a fan of the sport and we have to keep on just loving the sport, whether it's Jamaica or somebody else. Junil and her girlfriend. Yeah, Junil. Listen, you know, say, honestly, the person had pearls and polished nails and a leggings. One of the short one, I reached the knee. I did not believe it was Noah. No. But somebody say Noah still consciously yours. It is not the athletes, it's the J3 that is in charge. Who else can take the necessary step to correct all the missteps? I don't know if it is the athletes. But listen, I believe that Jamaica have a large pool of athletes. And I don't believe they are worse than the rest of the world. Even Jamaica B class are just the average Jamaican athletes that got the opportunity to represent for Jamaica. There should be quality athletes that could match Ireland, for example, Mexico, Spain. You know, it should be able to match these athletes. And they are still not matching these athletes. These athletes are literally new to the sport. Even though they have been running a long time, they haven't mastered it. They don't have the culture for it. So J3A, the problem was that they are not getting the athletes signed up early enough, getting them out there on the track to warm up. They did it this time around. I don't know what the situation is, but I don't believe. Look, in the 4x4 women, that first leg, that was something nobody saw that before. That was not a professional leg. That was definitely not a professional leg. So I believe the athletes have to take some of the slack because they're wearing the uniform and they're qualifying. I believe if you're going to do your best to qualify for the team, you need to do your best to represent for the team as well. I don't know if they're doing that, but I hope they are. Conscious yours. Okay. Cosmic Wisdom is saying they say she has chosen a new career path. Junelle, that is. I wonder what is that. I wonder what is that. I saw her doing a few TikTok videos, but I think if she have to put up with Noah, that's her career for real. She should get paid for that. And I don't think she'll have a lot of time to do anything outside of that. I'm glad. Jamaica came third. Jamaica third place is one of the best finishes in the world. It's our first place. So the US right now running out of steam behind some country that I don't know, including Qatar. Although Qatar is the United States of the world. Anybody want to run for them can run for them. Teflon Dan, if this is the effort we are going to get from them, for a professional athlete that is, I rather take the Carifta youths in these relays. I think they would have done better. It's possible. Dwayne Brown, welcome to live. Appreciate your comment. Touch the like button as you come in. As you come in, just touch the like button there. It do a little bit a lot for the live. So right now on the screen, we're seeing a mixed 4x4, and these athletes, as I said, they're like a professional athletes. They leave everything out there on the track. So the US is in the first place, Australia second, Qatar third, Spain fourth, Mexico fifth, Zambia sixth, Ireland, and then Germany. And the race is still going on. And the US struggled on the first leg, but you see they were able to come back. They still came back. Journey, consciously you were saying Jamaica tends find excuses instead of holding the right persons accountable. No, Jamaica will cuss, Jamaica will cuss, but we don't even know who for cuss. South Africa running past the US, looking back at them. You remember the DeAndre Daly run? So we are heading into that final leg right now. And naturally, the US probably send a B team out there, but they have to fight with South Africa. And you know what's crazy? A lot of these South Africans look a little European-ish to me. A little bit, okay, the US is passing them again. Passing Australia, that is. I thought it was South Africa, but it's actually Australia. US is running past Australia. Qatar steadily holding on to that third place. And the US definitely won't give up this lead. From what I am seeing, Australia will not be able to keep up with the US at this point. But the US, Qatar, and Australia closing strongly. I think it is Spain. But these teams, you're seeing that they are very professional in how they handle the relay. They are very, very professional. 30 of us here, guys. High five. Touch the like button. Really appreciate that. Touching that like button help the video to go out to somebody else. Journey with Kelly is saying, I am Jamaican and my fellow Jamaicans, the world has caught up. That's one of the saddest realities. It's a beautiful thing. And the USA actually ran a world lead. A world lead. Finishing this one. They finished really, really strongly. Yesterday the team they had won, but it was not their best team. The guy who started out this race, he anchored yesterday's race. They finished really strongly. So Journey with Kelly is saying the world has catch up. We don't have a leader like when Usain Bolt was there. Anyone wanted to do well, then our time is numbered. Jan Mackin saying the world definitely caught up. Yes, the world caught up. Even the smaller teams, it's like a level playing field now. It was yesterday just the saddest reality. knowing that if we took away the legacy of Usain Bolt from Jamaica, just take away Usain Bolt legacy from Jamaica, and it would have been oppressing. Jamaica wouldn't have been the Jamaica that we knew, you know. It wouldn't have been, because you're talking about removing like 3 sets of gold medals from 2 years and then another 2 from another year. That's an Olympic I'm talking about. So you talk about removing at least 8 gold medals from the Olympics and some world championship medals as well. You're talking about at least 20 medals. We would remove 20 medals, 20 first place finishes from the Olympics over a 12-year period. At least 20 gold medals. Jamaica did not necessarily earn their golden. A lot of athletes did really well, but they didn't earn it as a team. Usain Bolt shouldered a lot of it. Asafa Powell introduced us to what was possible with his world record when he ran that world record. But if we were talking about medals, and I heard Noah saying that world record is not as important as medals, and it's a very good debate. It's a very good debate, because guess what? A lot of athletes will never know what it is like to get a world record, but they will know what it is like. Or some of these athletes who won a gold medal, whether it's at the World Championship or at the Olympics, they would have known what it is like, even with mediocre times. You have athletes winning gold medal with some slow times, but they will never know what it is like to run a world record. Asafa Powell knows what it is like to run a world record, but you'll never know what it is like to win a gold medal. So Noah has created that conversation, and it's one that is worth having, because Asafa Powell right now is one of the most vocal athletes out of Jamaica for various reasons. But if you really push back at Asafa, I would say let's show the medals. You would not be able to show it. With Usain Bolt, you'd be able to show both. If Usain Bolt legacy got pulled out of Jamaica, it would have been a pity. Pity, very pitiful. You know, Jan Mack is saying they were definitely caught up. We have a history that we should be proud of, and therefore our athletes should continue aiming. Definitely, our athletes should continue aiming to be greats of the sport. That's what the USA, even when they cannot do it, they are doing it. Even when they are not the best, they continues. Even when a new event got introduced, they want to have the fastest time in that event. So just so that they create a history, they create a legacy in that event for themselves. Junior Kelly is saying that's why Asafa is so in his feelings. Born him bad, definitely. Asafa does not have a medal to show for it. Like literally, I think he has a relay medal or probably a bronze medal. I don't know what he has to show for it in terms of medals. But he is known as a good athlete, and he keeps himself relevant by stirring up a few controversies here and there. In some cases, I do believe Oral Tracy put a little bit of a pressure on them by the words that he used. You know, some of it makes sense, some of it really doesn't make sense. But I do believe that Asafa Powell says a lot. And when he says a lot, he might have influenced athletes as well to lose their interest in Jamaica, because these athletes, they don't show the same interest. We are part of the athletic group. We are the fans who are cheering Grand Slam track at the inaugural event in Jamaica. The very first one, it was in Jamaica, right? What ties does Grand Slam track after Jamaica? None. But why would it go to Jamaica? Because Jamaica have one of the most intense fan base. It builds or break you. Imagine if Grand Slam track started out in Miramar. The turnout that we saw in Miramar, a lot of people would have been disheartened with that Grand Slam track turnout that we saw in Miramar. There were times that would have created some excitement, but I do believe that even with a marginal turnout that we saw in Jamaica, it was still the best idea to start it there in Jamaica because the fan base is really there. Yanmak is saying, guys, touch the touch the like button. It's a simple touch. 24 of us here. We have a few people had left, but still, we would like to just have you touch that like button. So the 4x1 out there, the 4x1 out there, Jamaica is not yet running, but the 4x1 started. So the 4x1 heat. Oh, so this is just the heat, and this is just the heat. So we won't be seeing our Jamaican team yet because they will be a part of the final. In the heat, we have France leading, Italy in second place, Chile in third place. So I want to see what the times will be in this heat. Did you see Ivory Coast just now? Yeah, I saw Ivory Coast. So they have an opportunity now. Ivory Coast got the chance to run at the relays. I don't know if Palou was in that one. But France finished with a season best 43.06. Italy, a season best 43.12. And Chile finished third place. As I said, these smaller countries, these European countries, and look at when they won, they are crying like they literally won a medal. Chile did not get a season best, but they finished third place, and Portugal behind them with a season best as well. So these athletes going out there representing at relays, and you know what? It give regular, not even just regular, it give athletes who didn't have an opportunity to finish to compete as individuals an opportunity to get a medal, an opportunity to go to the World Championship or Olympics and call himself a world champion or Olympian. Jeremy Collins said, I do believe that a lot of our athletes are not patriotic. The US, though, are different. When they put on that uniform, they feel proud and put everything out there. And even with Justin Gatlin giving us an insight in how the US athletes look at the sport, they are not necessarily friends, but they are countrymen. You know, they give it their all. They leave everything out there on the track. That was a crazy changeover for France. The Baton exchange was low. I haven't really seen the Baton. Oh, that was for France. They exchanged the Baton below the waist. Very interesting. I've never seen that before. Usually, you would see a Baton exchange up high, you know, like receiving like this. They receive it down below, right below, at the hip. And it had been successful. I tell you, these countries are professionals. They are figuring out ways how to get this done. They are figuring out ways how to get this done. And guess what? Was it France or Italy? I think it was Italy. Italy it was. The Baton change is interesting. And they found a way to pull off a victory. It's not Italy. I think it's France. My mistake. But consciously yours. It's a leadership and structural problem. Athletes will always be looking out for themselves financially, which makes sense. Therefore, it is the governing body that need to put measures in place to assist athletes. That makes sense. The athletes, though, if they lose the love for the country, like if you genuinely lose that more, oh, Ivory Coast, they drop their baton. If they lose the love for their country, if they lose the drive and they're starting to think about money, then they definitely need to be a part of Grand Slam. But it's somehow it seems like the athletes who get the opportunity to be a part of Grand Slam are the athletes who typically represent at one of the championships. Most of the people who are challengers or racer at the Grand Slam, they're Olympians. So these athletes will need to start doing well for their country still. Teflon Dan is saying, that's true, USA never gives up. They never give up. They give their all. Yesterday was a mistake for their 4x4 men relay. And look what happened today. First place with a world lead. Complete lead. That's true. They never give up. They are, and you see, because there's such a huge pool of athletes to pull from. Tunnel Vision, welcome to the live. Appreciate the comment. Big up yourself. That one girl, way too big to be running 100 meters sprint. Should change. Should change to shot put. Oh, you know, so she that strong. Her leg strength the lady have. That low baton pass makes sense. And I've never even thought about it. You see, created, they set their own trend. That low baton change, it's interesting. I don't even know how they come up with it. I'm sure that going forward you'll see it's other places. I wonder if it does something other than like pull the athlete's momentum back. Like putting your hand up in the air versus putting your hand down. I wonder what's the explanation behind it, because it's interesting that the team that was doing it, they are the one who won. They won the race, and they're going to the World Championship. I've never seen it before. It's really interesting to see it, and I think the World Relays is such a good idea, because other countries who did not have an opportunity to compete in individual stuff, showing up, and the way how it's structured, athletes get 2 chances. I think all athletes, all teams get 2 races. It doesn't matter if you win or lose, you get 2. It's like, even let's say you had a false start in the first one, you still get a second chance, and the time that you run still could qualify you for the World Championship. This is such a good event. It's really, really good. Who's too big? Serena Cole. Serena Cole is not too big. Serena Cole is, I think she had a very good first leg. That is not Serena Cole, right? Teflon Don is saying the US men 4x4 relay team about to have a world record at championship this year. Chris Bailey is in impeccable form with consistent low 44s, and improving rapidly. Same with Jacari Patterson. And the US, they don't really care about conserving or reserving any strength or anything. They put a team out there that is going to leave a mark for the rest of the world to see 100 years from now. The US care about statistics. The Jamaica, I don't know what they care about. I think they care about the whole idea of being in charge and putting who they want out there to prove a point. On the track, the second of the 4x4 relays. E2, Australia in the lead. China in second places. China is representing in every relays. China is in first place in this one. China running away with this one. Excellent time. I wonder, what time is this? 43.03. China is a season best 43.03. That's China right there. I'm talking about these athletes are professional relay athletes. Look at China. The way out, well, China I'd have Switzerland and Poland. It's not like some of these traditional teams, but listen. China did a very good job in this one. A very, very good job in this one. Cosmic Wisdom 999. Japan always passes the baton. Makes you fast. Oh, Japan always passes the baton under. They say it's old school. I was imagining if it makes you faster or slower. Really, is it old school? I can't imagine. I can guess that it just may have, you might make a few more mistakes that way. You could hit your foot. You could make a few mistakes passing it under. But somehow the teams passing it under are doing well. It's interesting. I think you have to practice though. Kevin Thompson, welcome to the live. Appreciate the comment. Why they removed Natasha Marcel from the first leg? I guess they're just giving other athletes the opportunity to feel what it's like. They expected that they would have, because Serena Cole, she had been, you know, she's a quality athlete. I've gotten the opportunity to represent for the country a lot. I'm guessing they're just switching people around at this point. That's my guess. Serena Cole is actually looking slim down now, and I'm thinking she will get in more shape by September. I think so too. You know, remember Anisha McCartland, how well she did in high school, and then after that she just fizzled out. I think Serena Cole already had a adult body in high school, and I don't think anything changed right now. I don't think anything changed at all. If you put Serena Cole right next to a Julian Alfred, I can't imagine Serena Cole bigger than Julian Alfred. Julian Alfred looked like she's a lot fitter, but I don't think Serena Cole is bigger. It's probably about the same. And if you put her next to Sherika Jackson, I do believe that Sherika Jackson is bigger as well. Not with maybe height, but she's definitely bigger. Journey Kellyn is saying the aim is to qualify for most of the less for most of the lesser known countries. The aim is to qualify in the sport, and they are doing much better than us for sure. So their intention is clear. The Jamaican team, their intention is not clear. Remember, guys, just touch that like button if you haven't done so as yet. Jamaica team, I think they believe that going out there is enough. You know, I don't know if they are as intentional as they should be. I believe that every event that they're going to be a part of, they need to be very intentional. And from what I'm seeing from these relays, these athletes are very intentional. They already know that this is all they have. They're going to have to represent on a relay team and do well, or just forget about representing at any of these championships. And with the possibility of winning being the probability of winning is higher in the relay for some of these lesser teams than if it was an individual race. So they're leaving everything out there on the track, putting together really good relays. I want to see what the time. China did not run a world lead, but yesterday's time that Italy ran, I don't think it was as fast as the time that China ran today. I can't remember, but I don't think so. You know. Cosmic Wisdom is saying Serena Cole is actually looking slim. Jeremy Killian is saying they're aiming to qualify. Teflon done. Right now, Heidel would have done a better job for our women 4x4 than the relays. I would not be surprised. Definitely, anybody would have done a better job with the women 4x4 right now because they didn't even show up to get a qualifying time. This was an opportunity to go through still. The men 4x4 barely scraped through and they are qualified for the world championship, right? The women, we won't see them, and typically we would have seen the women team qualifying for the 4x400s while the men wouldn't have qualified because we haven't had a strong enough pool of 400 meter male athletes in a while. The women athletes, that's a different story. And I guess some of them, they're preparing for slam or whatever. I don't know. But definitely, the men team struggled to qualify, and the women team would have qualified. This time, the women team did not qualify. They didn't qualify to be out there on the track after what they did yesterday, and they didn't go out there on the track. Even though all teams were welcome. So Wayne Walsh, welcome to live. Appreciate the comment. The world has catch up to Jamaica. We need to take note of this. I hope somebody is giving them a realistic talk. And as simple as it may seem, or as controversial as it may seem, the MVP track club is definitely the most powerful track club in Jamaica. But if you look at the way how the MVP athletes are now, I don't believe on an anchor leg they can run anybody down. These athletes, they don't run you down. The MVP athletes, they cannot run you down. If you catch up to them and give them any kind of real pressure, they give up. Kishane Thompson is one of the most loved athletes in the world right now. A lot of people, and guess what? We may get opportunity to see them now. The 4x100 heats, 1 of 3, is out there on the track right now. Jamaica is not in this first heat, but they're out there on the track, and this is still, even though it's a heat, these athletes will not be participating in any kind of first prize or any prize money. They're just running for time, qualifying time for the Olympics, for the World Championship. And they're off. And again, these are some of the smaller teams. First changeover, looking good. Still don't have a good read on who is in the lead. Look like France is in the lead at the moment. So France in the lead, Korea in the lead, France in second place, switching between both, and Ghana in third. Chinese Taipei, not sure what that is. But okay, so France again with a change over, with a change under, and France in the lead. I think Ghana running him down and win. And this is what I'm talking about. Athletes from Jamaica, what we have right now. Well, Ghana did not win, but it was so close. There must be a photo finish here. She's the best from France, and they are using the change under method as well. 38-31. They're going through to the World Championship. They're going through to the World Championship. Ghana 38-32. I thought they caught them, but they didn't. And Korea with a national record. Look at how they're celebrating. A national record, 38-51. These guys appreciate every moment of it. Touch the like button, guys. Appreciate it. Touch the like button. Oh, that you're saying it's Taiwan. Okay, all right. Now I know. So Teflon is saying you should never be able to put that information, or again, if you wasn't, you should never be able to put that uniform you should never be able to put that uniform on again if it wasn't injury related. Agreed. Oh, your feed delay. Yeah. I think it might be delayed. I'm watching this thing on Peacock, so I might not even see what's going on. Oh, that's rough. Well, thank you for letting me know though. I do believe that Peacock, NBC related events are always gonna be delayed. I don't know why they do it. Kevin Thompson is saying, how do you run 54 seconds on a woman 4x4? Actually, it's 56 seconds actually. She find a way to run worse than 54. 56. So yeah, see, I'm looking at the France changeover, right? It's a change under. It seems like it's easier to grab it when it's under. And you see Ghana, and between Ghana and France, Ghana lost a lot of momentum on that third changeover, because it was such a bad changeover. The second changeover, because it was such a bad changeover. They lost a lot of momentum. And see, France, this I'm looking at it again, a change under from France again. They all do this change under method. Somehow, it's easier to, if you're going to move your hand around trying to feel for the baton, it's easier to do it under than over. But Ghana with that last minute push, man, Ghana pushed real hard and they almost got it. Almost got it, man. Almost. That's definitely a photo finish. But France shoulder was a little ahead, it seems. But I like the way how they finished that race for sure. 100th of a second, Jan Mark is saying 100th of a second. Conscious to yours, the same thing happened at last year's championship. Why is it happening again when J3 have a year to implement measures to avoid this debacle? The athletes have been complaining. Cosmic Wisdom is saying France just messed up the underarm pass. Did they? They actually won, right? It didn't really look like they messed up it to me. Just looking at it, it seems like they do, like when you have to feel, or if they have to force the thing in your hand. When your hand is down, you keep your hand firm easier than if you have to keep your hand firm up. Yanmak is saying if we have to go cheer for any team in yellow top. He said we have to go cheer for any team in yellow top. I think they gone in. So we finished heat 1 of 3. And I like it. I like heat 1 of 3 so far. This is where we have a dog in the fight. If Jamaica is... oh my God. Think about it. Whenever Jamaica is about to run, it cannot be just all fun and games anymore. It's a stressful situation. Ghana with family. As far as we know, if Jamaica don't make it, one yellow team make it. A Jamaica, we say. A Jamaica, them represent for it today. The yellow shirt. We claim them. So, Heat 1 of 3 completed. On my feed, from what I am seeing. Heat 1 of 3 completed. Remember, guys, 27 of us. If you haven't touched that like button, please touch the like button. All it does is, it just engage interaction from your side. I know some of us not commenting. That's okay. But if you touch that like button, it's really help the live a little bit. Or a lot. Yeah, so Jamaica have an opportunity to qualify with time. I wonder if they're gonna make any changes. Man, this is so sad. Ooh, imagine Jamaica messing up a second time. Elizabeth Makala, good morning to everyone. Good morning, Elizabeth. Thank you for your comment. Appreciate the comment. So yeah, so far Jamaica qualified in the mix 4x100. I'm very happy to see that. Jamaica failed to qualify in the mix 4x400. However, the men 4x100 they qualified. On the track now, they're showing us a part of the nightmare, and what I'm seeing now, they're showing us a part of the nightmare situation that we had yesterday where Jamaica dropped the baton. South Africa had a world lead, I think it was, equaling the world lead that Japan had. So South Africa ran that world lead and Japan followed up with a similar world lead. So looking at the way how Johan Blake is trying to grab that baton, right? I think it is similar. Pulling his hand around trying to get the baton up high, it would have been easier if he was low. Because he could have just hold his hand. Or unless he just keep his hand firm high, the opportunity would have been there, right? So the mix 4x400, the mix 4x100, the second heat is coming on the track. Jamaica is out there, Rowan Watson, Julian Ford, Johan Blake, and Kishane Thompson. So it's the same lineup. I don't know, guys, are you watching this ahead of me? I am nervous. Jan Mack is saying, welcome Elizabeth. She appreciates you saying hi to everyone. Journey with Kelly is saying the same. Jan Mack is almost as nervous as I am. Almost. Consciously yours, the mix 4x100 will not be at the World Championship this year. Yeah, I know. They won't be there. It's just that, we're running for that pride. There are a few Jamaicans in the crowd. I don't see anybody with an asthma pump. What do they know that I don't? Touch that like button, please. My heart. My mouth. Journey with Kelly.
Jamaica out.
Jamaica out of what? Out of where? Elizabeth Makala, hold on, you watch your head at me and you tell me that? Don't tell me that. Somebody confirm so we can turn off the TV. Are you talking about yesterday? Elizabeth? No. The Jamaican them nervous right now, still. Elizabeth is saying I'm crying. Jamaica out, turn off the TV. Hold on. Jamaica out of what? You telling me that them are doing this for spite? Are you pranking me? Pull up, fun. Alright. Julian Ford with the baton and run like a freight train. I'm not the first, second, or third.
Ford pull up. Blood.
No! Me God, him drop and broke his neck.
He broke him jaw. Jaw.
Ford pull up.
Jaw.
What is she want to be face? No, there's no way. Absolutely no What happened? What? Julian Foot, you want? Listen, yesterday, you know, me put the blame for Foot yesterday, you know. Me put the blame for Julian Foot yesterday. And today, he nearly hand over the baton. Almost. Almost. The man nearly hand over the baton. Nearly. Jamaica is something else. Jamaica is something else. Jamaica is something else. No. Happy Mother's Day. Forget to tell the mothers. All mothers here. Happy Mother's Day to you all. This was such a slow race. I think they would have still have an opportunity to qualify. Like, me not hang him. He better go and say him have COVID, you know. He better go up there so go say him have COVID. What this father got? Kishian Thompson. What is this? No. Line him up in the middle of the square 100 lashes. No, people, honestly, tell me, say. Me know say my one well slow, so I never believe. I say Julian Fort tear up the place and go down. Julian Fort tear it down. I tear it down. Watch the man pull up. My God. Look like him trying best to bring the baton, you know. Trying best to bring the baton. What is God? What me I look on? You and Blake must feel that in him gut 2 times. 2 times feel that in him gut. 2 times. 2 times him feel. Boy, you and there, you should go meet him. God see and know. 2 times you feel that in your gut. Watch Kishian Thompson. At this point, Kishian run to in another direction. Like him want go. No, sir. Hey, me not find this funny, but me can't do it. No, sir, me not laugh. Me not even go try laugh. And what this me look on? Uganda run and get a national record. The happiest me ever. Well, not even them get it. And then get second place. You know what country beat Jamaica in this? Try right now. Somebody could be there, man. Tunnel Vision, the X from the Olympics is still with the Jamaicans. Trust me. Trust me. Whatever go on with the Jamaicans, whatever go on, it real. It real. At this point, somebody upon the light, somebody yesterday keep saying that we need to pray for them, yo. Like them keep on and say pray for them. Yeah, they need the prayer. They need the prayer. They need the prayer. You know what? They need the prayer. They need the prayer bad. They need prayer, man. What that? What is that? What is that? Check for bank account. Any new transaction and bring back capital punishment. No. You know what the craziest thing? We can't say I relate from Kishian Thompson. You know, we feel like I've got to take Kishian Thompson but I relate to guy. We don't see I relate from Kishian Thompson run relate till now. I don't see him finish a relay other than when Dominican Republic beat them the other day. And I did 2 of them in a race. I feel a way. I feel some sort of way about this. Jamaica. No. You know, no, sir. I run out of ideas. But they ask them for just sorry for them and give them a chance. But if you say them are going to go mash up same way. Tell me honest to God true to them, like people. What is just happened? You know this is the highly anticipated. I wonder how the woman them are going to operate. After seeing this. No. This a momentum killer, you know? What is alt one? Spaddy needs to talk. Son talk fast. Are you and Blake?
Ashishi.
Or Akishi? Either you and Blake or Akishi at this point, because Julian Ford trying best and whatever pull back, something pulling back. Yo, man try everything and limp and go there and still turn over. Eh? You have to take bad things but joke sometimes. Or we just watch. The man come off on a stretcher and a COVID, he have no lies alone with them. Yeah. No, man. Jamaican say, you guys remember when poor Kishian ran to civil rescue? Oh God. Fort need to stop running. Sonic Marsh, welcome to live. Appreciate the comment. Please touch the like button as well. Yashima. Julian. Yesterday, I don't know why I think a Julian had a problem yesterday. But if that me say, but I'm thinking, I say, boy, I feel like a Julian had a problem still, you know. And today, why? I don't know if a Julian had a problem today. Something happened. I not even want to say what. Something happened though. It's so unbelievable. Why? The biggest question is why? Because my question we pull up, not his fault. Always some man with injury, them are put on the team. Johnny King said somebody check bold status. And that means a ja this time. Because we have so many prayers in all the comment section of all the podcasts. A lot of people showing prayer out there for real. And this is the third heat. Australia looking like they want to take something from this. Botswana in third place. I'm sure that they will push to qualify. They will qualify actually. I can't imagine Botswana not qualifying. Because Leslie Tobago will make sure that they do well at the World Championship. So Botswana with a third place finish. But one thing about China. They are going to represent in the relays. China winning with a season best. China winning with a season best out there in China. Right? China is representing themselves really, really well. They are getting to literally all of them. Botswana at a third place finish. Australia, second place finish. Third of three heats over. And guess what, guys? Kishane Thompson was one of the highlights of the tournament of the World Relays. And we haven't seen him run once. 2 days. 2 lineup. We haven't seen Kishane Thompson run a single time. We haven't seen Johan Blake run a single time. Listen to me, this is sad. This is painful, guys. Very painful. And this is a reality check, you know. This is something that shows that Jamaica literally need to go back to the drawing board. They have to go back to the drawing board. Let's say that Jamaica is not running well. What we saw yesterday in the 4x400 women, it was an injured athlete. An athlete who could not manage to run a full lap around the track representing the country. And again, injury happen at any time. What we saw from today, was an athlete who had to pull up. Yesterday he ran a very good race, but what would have happened today if they had made it through? If he was injured to the point where he couldn't run. You know what I mean? So these athletes are not necessary. I don't know what's going on, but from what we're seeing with Jamaica, this is another example that we have to relax our expectation a little bit for Jamaica and be a little or a lot more realistic. Jamaica is no different from any other country now. That elite status had been washed out, it had been replaced. That elite status, it's gone. In my eyes. Remember guys, touch that like button, please. Appreciate that. Touch the like button. 80 minutes out of live so far. A lot of emotional roller coaster. 36 of us, 12 likes. Please touch the like button. Really appreciate. Paulette Powell, welcome to the live. Appreciate your comment. We need to pray for our athletes. We definitely need to pray for our athletes. For real. Jamaica can't qualify for it again. Stop chat. The reality is that Jamaica cannot qualify at the World Relays, but Jamaica can qualify on time. There are two opportunities outside of the World Relays. If you have the time, if you have the fastest time, two teams still can qualify based on the fastest times. So I think 14th from this World Relays and two other teams have an opportunity to qualify. So there is an opportunity to qualify based on time. This is their best opportunity to make it into the World Championship. But seeing that Jamaica dropped out now, they cannot qualify at the World Relays. If they are able to put together a really good race somewhere, somehow, they can still qualify. Blake is supposed to run off. Why did Blake run off when he saw Julian having issues? So Julian having issues, he was just literally hoping that Julian would get to him. You know, it would have been nice because again he wouldn't have known exactly how injured he is. I wouldn't expect that he would have known how injured he is. And I'm sure that they would have been concerned about what happened yesterday. They're doing their best. I don't think they went out there to mess up today. I don't think so. The most unfortunate thing that happened is Kishane watching them down there at the same spot with the same problem. And this is probably the third time because in the Olympics, I think they had a problem where they couldn't get to the finals because of... So Kishane ran his individual race, but they weren't able to get to... I guess he helped in the 4x1, but it wasn't enough. So we haven't really seen Kishane in a good relay. We haven't really seen Kishane in a good relay, and we haven't seen him, and we literally we were looking forward to them. You know what? I didn't think that it would have gotten worse after what we saw this morning with the mixed 4x4. I didn't think it would have gotten worse. But this is unreal. It's unreal. Alright, let's catch up a few of these coming. Yeah, so instinct. Yamak is saying instinct, and Cosmic Wisdom is saying Blake is supposed to run off. That's what they trained for. I'm sure that they put some training in last night. Journey with Kalina is saying we have been hearing that since the exit of Usain Bolt, no drawing board will help if the attitude don't change. Powell is saying, are we expecting too much? I don't think we're expecting too much. We're expecting the bare minimum at this point. We have athletes running for Uganda, for Botswana, who are not even without Leslie Tobago still qualifying. We have China qualifying for everything. You know, a lot of things. I don't think we're expecting too much. Not at all. Not at all. I tell you, I be injured people them are put on the teams. Shelly and Fraser look so serious. Right now, Shelly and Fraser know something we don't know. Because from morning she looks up. I tell you, I be injured people them are put on the team. He is always injured. So stop lying to your I'm sure where he pulled up in a race. It's sad, man. It's sad, yeah, man. That's all I can say at this point. It really, really sad. It's like we're not gonna get the opportunity there to see the best out there. We just won't. We're not gonna see it. The opportunity to see the best. Jamaica at their best. And most countries, they have to just accept that Jamaica is really not as good as they can be. A lot of countries will accept that right now. But a lot of countries just won't feel like the victory is complete if they don't beat Jamaica. You know? They'll still get the same quality medal, but, you know, Jamaica still have some of the fastest athletes. This time around, Jamaica is still the highlight of the tournament without even running a single race. It's interesting, you know? Without even completing this 4x1. they will still have a chance. If the government pay Usain Bolt his money, the curse will be lifted. Teflon done. I tell him, you know, a stand-up comedian, you know, up there. Jeremy Kelly says, Sadiq, him always injured for real. Tunnel vision. At this point in the men 4x1, I am picking the Congo, Thailand, and Iraq over Jamaica. Hey, we don't go easy for the country. We're struggling, we're suffering right now. You know how much pain out there? Right now, Julian Alfred pull up, but I feel like a Kishi and I feel the most pain. You can imagine stand up and watch man them just a tumble over every time. Baton a touchy ground all the time. I now read you. Powell. This is about sports people get real. Sonic Marsh at Jody Kelly, the guy have curse on him. That guy have curse on him. What guy have curse on him? Right now, that final that we are in, I am not even looking for a medal. I'm gonna check my crystal ball to see what's going on. Courtney Vegan, welcome to live. Appreciate your comment. Chopping blocks, not drawing board. They need to go to chopping block. You see why the people are afraid of Jamaica? They say when they win, everybody dip on the inside, and when they now, it'll be a problem, you know. The Shelley and Fraser Price, I take off her clothes, look like she getting ready. And who is that? Are twins? I see them team from yesterday. It's sad. It really is a psychological problem at this point. The team cannot feel comfortable. There's no way for them to feel comfortable seeing what's happening around. Cannot. Sonic Marsh is saying, I tell you, when I see the water come out, when we see the water come out of my eye, Jerry Kelly, every time I see him, I am worried. Never expected nothing from him. You're talking about Julian Ford. I don't care, but we don't cheer on mediocre players, mediocre athletes, mediocre anything. When I heard that Jamaica out, I was like, whoa. That about yesterday race. Can't today. 2 days in a row. One event. The same 2 people. No, sir. This sound like something I don't understand. You see right now, me I root for you and Blake for you long, but you and Blake need to, yo, that man need to move God some other country. That man not even need to represent Jamaica no more. We rate you and Blake, you know. And I don't think I feel fault, you know. But right now, busy people have beat you and Blake from yesterday. You can imagine today. They were going to say, I know him drop your baton this time. But this is the right at the little spot there, so. You see between the 20 to 30 feet there, so. The changeover spot there, so. Sadness did it. What that, man? It's sad, man. It's really, really sad. This started to take the real passion out of the sport. It started to remove the passion. Yeah, it started to remove the passion. How Jamaica, with one of the most anticipated athletes, run 2 times, line up for race twice at a major event with a sold out crowd partially, with all eyes on Jamaica, and Jamaica still could complete the race twice. Professional team. Somebody look, remember find Usain Bolt. Me I go find him, you know. Me feel like Usain Bolt did have something to say. I hear Wayne say this time. What Usain Bolt said this time about this? Because last time he said Jaja. And why am I going to say no? Such a sad situation, man. It's really sad. Really, really sad. Really, really sad. Consciously yours. Due to the fact that the trials is next month, these athletes will not have enough time to recover. The J3A should have changed the trial date just like the USA. Now the J3A is not very flexible from what I've seen. They are not the most flexible. So we may not get the best team out there. I guess we just have to look forward to another mediocre year from Jamaica. So a mediocre Olympics and a mediocre world championship. Because what we saw from the world relays, and this have world attached to it. So this means it's the highest level of sporting event where relays are concerned. And Jamaica struggle again. Jamaica struggle again. Kingman, welcome to live. Appreciate your comment. This guy was running well, then pull up. Unbelievable. I'm telling you, it's like a little block between him and Johan Blake. It's like, no, it just, again, he reached so close. He reached really, 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 really close. And they probably still would have had an opportunity to pull off a third place finish or something, especially if Johan Blake ran a really good leg. And then Kishian be able to finish it off. But the most we can say, physically Kishian probably will finish this event injury free. But mentally, no, I mean, I don't even need to go see a psychiatrist after this. You have to watch it. No, man, this rough, man. This very, very, this rough. Sad, man. Jeremy Killing said J3 and their iron fist is something else. It's rough, man. Sad, 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 sad. Real sad. The US out there in the mix 4x400 putting together a good race, and athlete almost pulled up for the US, but you've pushed through and they are out there on the track still. So again, my feed is a little bit delayed, or a lot delayed, but I don't think it's setting yet. Really, really sorry about how Jamaica is operating at this point. And it's not like they can, in yesterday, alright, they had a Baton change. Today they had the opportunity to get a good time. And it is simple, It's not like you have to get some kind of unbelievable time. You just need to finish in the top 3 of each that you're a part of. And then you make it through. That's all there is to it. And Jamaica still was in a difficult spot. Now we are watching the mixed relays, and yeah, Australia running very, very well in the mixed 4x4. The US, who we would have expected to do extremely well, they are running they are struggling a little bit. Kenya running like it's a 100 meter. The speed that he's going out with, this must be a 100 meter. I don't know what is, I don't know. Well, we'll see. The US jogging past him after he ran past them so fast. Let's see if Australia will jog past him as well. That's what I'm saying. Alright. This proves that the Kenyan athlete is not a professional sprinter. The speed that he ran out with is what he should be using towards the end. And he ran out with such speed, and now he's fizzling. Literally fizzling out. Let's see if they'll... Alright, so he's getting that third changeover to the girl. And the US, I think, in their final changeover at the moment. So the US have an opportunity in the mixed 400, the mixed 4x4 final to get a win. I do believe I think they will take the win. I think yesterday Australia had the fastest time, and today the US, the way how they are running, they're gonna get this one. They're gonna get this one. As I said, I might be a little bit late compared to some of you guys, but if you haven't touched that like button yet, please like the live. Appreciate it. Man, this was just one of those days that we saw yesterday and thought that it couldn't have gotten any worse than what we saw yesterday, because that hit the wind out of a lot of us sails, right? Jamaica lost based on a error. It happens. It does happen. For a lot of people, it happened. The error is that the Baton miss up. They had some Baton miss up. Today, it seems like they was prepared. We don't know if they would have still had a Baton problem. But I touched the like and subscribe already. Sonic March, appreciate that. Thank you so much. Really, really appreciate that. All the simple interactions, it helps. It really does help. Especially now that we're kind of hanging out together. All the simple interaction help. So Australia got an Australian record. The USA won. And Kenya, they had a season best to win. What is this? Championship record. So the US 4x4 just had a championship record. So right now they created a championship record. I like that. They looked like they wanted it. They went out and they ran for it. The shorter sprint. We know that Kenya and those countries, they are known for the longer sprint, the longer middle distance running and stuff. They got they're starting to fade into the shorter running, and I like it. I like it. They qualified for the World Championship, and we can expect them to do a little bit. This is the overall mixed 4x4, so this is not the qualifying. And Kenya, they got a third place finish. That's really, really good. Jamaica cannot qualify for anything right now, and Kenya, which is a middle distance team, they are getting a third place finish prize and all. See, Australia, they are getting a second place finish as well. The USA, naturally, a good 400 meter country, they got the victory. And yeah, I cheer them on. I really do. Consciously yours. This is the time that Jamaica needs strong leadership. Who is there to provide it? Honestly, I believe that Jamaica have lots of people who could provide it, but they won't, because Jamaica is divided into camps, into clubs and associations, and it's like they don't have a real national team that is behind everybody, that is pushing for, they're behind everybody pushing for a cooperation for Jamaica. You see how these countries are representing for the country. The way how Jamaica is, it's like they're waiting just before a championship to represent or to bring the country together. They are not fully. They don't just embrace the country as a unit. When you see Shelly-Ann Fraser broke away from her camp, and she started to get represented by a different camp, and then another team broke away from a different camp, and all of it became splinters, and at the end of it, there is a championship coming up, and they just start to represent. They just decided, okay, let's go put on the colors and go run for Jamaica. But I don't think it's this unit. You know what I mean? When I said unit, this unity, I don't know. It's just me thinking based on the results that we're seeing. So the leadership, I don't know who would be able to provide it. Teflon Dan, we need to go on serious fasting for Kishin, because every time he is to run a relay, he can't. Every time he has to run 100 meter, he is injured, and if he does run, they get him on the line. That is true. Kishin Thompson is running, looking like in practice like he's about to run 4 flat. Alright, let's say 8, because somehow the way they talk about it, Kishin Thompson literally is a Super Saiyan. You look at him, that's definitely a Super Saiyan. About to run the fastest time ever, and then it just fails. Something really wrong. Something really, really wrong at this point. The 2 first athletes, what if they just put Kishin to open the relay and give Johan and Johan Blake to open hand over to Kishin and make the other man them finish off the thing? Like, it's something it's frustrating, man. Really frustrating. So I think that the team that we're looking forward to seeing is gonna be out there soon. The 100 meters, Jamaica versus Spain versus the USA versus, all of those versus. But definitely, we would have loved to see Kishin out there running, seeing where he really is. You see, now I sit down on him TV, I try to see Kishin run, and all know him don't get to see Kishin run. You know which people sit down and wait? Nothing all now. Sonic March is saying, I tell you, the commentary say the same thing before the race. You might be faster, but get the baton need to get around. That is true. That's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying since yesterday. The problem is that the baton is not going around. If the baton don't go around, you can't even qualify. Like, if the baton goes around, you know where you really stand. But all we have right now is what if. What if the baton had gone around? Remember, guys, touch that like button. Appreciate it. Teflon Dan say, not John Wickling. I don't think so. He seems more confident now, so the pressure doesn't bother him. It's just him being able to get ready for the race because he has the ability. Jamaican is saying that maybe we the fans put too much pressure on him because we want the next superstar from him. Right now at this point, I don't know what to think. I really don't know what to think. Very honest with you. Where Kishian is concerned, we haven't seen him. We saw that one race where he finished literally on the line with Simbini. We saw where he finished on the line with Simbini. And I don't want to say it's his fault or anything, he did anything wrong, but you know, it would have been nice to see him complete a victory because the world is expecting a victory every time Kishian touch the track. And every time Jamaica touch the track, the world is expecting a victory as well. So it would have been nice to see a victory from Kishian or a victory from Jamaica. It would have been nice to see Jamaica finish third place, knowing that on the big stage, the 4x1, Jamaica would have been able to represent, you know. We're talking about right now. Jamaica may never. No. We see why. Now we see why Natasha Morrison was not a part of the mix 4x1. Now we see why. Because, and this is Tina. So we had, Tia is here, but not. Well, what happened though? I guess they gave Tina an opportunity to just run. You know, they gave Tina an opportunity to run. So the Jamaican females are out there on the track. Again, you guys are ahead of me. I still don't mind if you let me know ahead of time what happened. Teflon Dan is saying if the women 4x1 team don't win, then we need to put them only in sports day race against other parents. You can't throw them shots against Shelly. You can't pressure Shelly like we can't afford the pressure upon Shelly like that. Jeez. Oh bad. Oh God. But honestly though, Jamaica is having a very rough couple of at least fear Baton drop before the race start. She can pick it up back. Sonic Marsh. What's this? Rhea San Newton. Tina had such a great start. Yeah, I think Tia had a good, I don't know, they know what they know more than we do. Thanks for the comment though. I appreciate you joining the live. Sonic Marsh. Tina is much better than Tia. It's just time. We will see. And Tina yesterday looked good. They made some changes. I guess it's a Baton change thing. I don't know. Is it Shelly that is anchoring today? I wonder who is anchoring for Jamaica today. Tina had such a great start. Valerie Henry, welcome to the live. Appreciate your comment. Positive vibe, please. Yes. Win. They win. Man, I was so positive leading up to the race that the men 4x1. I don't know if I could be any more positive. But that took a little wind out of my sail. Trying to get it back. Why would they replace her in the finals? Your blog will fail. Valerie Henry, welcome to the live. Your comments, I don't know if I appreciate that one, but you know, the positive vibes, it failed so fast. What happened to positive vibes, Valerie? Look like Tina looked really good yesterday. I think Tina looked good. They must know something that we don't. They must know something that we really don't. Alright, and they're off. From what I'm seeing, they're off. And Natasha Morrison off. She's in the lead. Is she in the lead? Natasha Morrison. The changeover to Shelly and Fraser Price. Shelly and Fraser Price leaving it all out there on the track as usual. Shelly and Fraser Price to Tia Clayton. The US look like they're already in the lead. Definitely look like they're in the lead. Sherika Jackson. Changeover wasn't the best, but they got the changeover. And Spain once again looking really good. And Jamaica in this one.
Watch Sharika.
Jamaica in this one. She got the and the US
US
come fourth. The US got fourth place finish. And Great Britain got the win. But this is what I was saying yesterday. And I'm not trying to put anything against any team. Not trying to put anything against any team. Jamaica, right now, is it Jamaica who won?
No.
It's Jamaica in number 1 with 42-21. Did Jamaica win?
No.
I have to see what's happening here. Based on what's on the screen, Great Britain should win this one very easily. Because it looked like they were ahead. So Jamaica should probably get a third place finish in this one. We have to take the third and be grateful for the third. Right? We're grateful for the third. But Spain with another consistent performance. Spain with another consistent performance here. So that showed that Spain didn't have a fluke performance. And this is an example that Jamaica definitely is in decline. The Jamaica team did not win. They put them at the top there because the world is rooting for Jamaica, but Spain got a second place finish. They didn't win. The USA somehow surprised me though. The USA surprised me because the USA, I expected them to pull off a victory. If not a victory in top 3. But Great Britain with that run from behind was good. Problem that I have here, and I keep saying the problem I have here, is that Jamaica is not in a position to run. Yeah, Sharika does not look good. Sharika is not in a position to run anybody down. Sharika is not in a position to run down anybody. Sharika is getting back in shape because old Sharika would have run down anyone. Big up the girls still. Yeah man, big up to the women because we still get an opportunity to go through. The USA, now they have to fight to go through. Now they're going to wish they had Jefferson out there. They're going to wish they had... You see, Jamaica look defeated. A third place finish. Jamaica is not just in decline. Jamaica declined, man. Jamaica declined. But I'm not saying anything against them. I'm just saying what happened. It's just obvious. We have the big 3 out there. But Jamaica did not... It's not Jamaica alone. The USA failed to get through to the World Championship. So Jamaica didn't get through to the World Championship in the men, and the USA didn't get through in the women. Right? So it's not just that Jamaica continues to struggle. Jamaica is struggling. They struggle. Tunnel Vision is saying that's not our A team. You know how our girls get down the 4x. Yeah, definitely. This is not the USA A team. That's why I'm saying even with their B team, I'm expecting that they would really do a good job. Spain, however, showed up for two days in a row. And if it wasn't Spain, Jamaica was literally on the verge of getting disqualified in this one. They were on the verge of missing out. Great Britain ran past Jamaica for that win. Jamaica and Spain hold off Jamaica. So Great Britain ran past Jamaica and Spain hold off Jamaica. This was the small teams proving that they belonged. Spain proved that they belong to be there. Great Britain is no small team. And I don't think this is their best team because there is no Nita and there is no Asha Smith. This is not their strongest team either. But it was still better than Jamaica's strongest team. Because I still believe that there's not a stronger team than this in Jamaica at the moment. I don't think there's a stronger team than this in Jamaica at the moment. And it was only good for third. Again, it's early-ish season. Athletes are probably extremely loaded. And they are being prepped for a world championship. Remember guys, touch the like button. I appreciate that, please. They're probably being prepped for September. Some of these athletes are managing their load managing. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to think. But what I've seen, look at the faces. Look at the faces. It's like they're like, I don't know what happened. Sharika Jackson, you know. And we just have to be happy that they had gone through. You know, these are medals. These are possible medals that we are no longer gonna be a part of in this World Championship this year. Possible medals that would have added to the tally. Not to be. TT Terry wig get chip, get clip wing. Oh, wing, I think that's her wig. See it? Jamaica beat the USA. That's how we can say that one here. Jamaica beat the USA. But Joshua, US fourth place, bro. Yeah, but US got a fourth place finish. Sad to see that Jamaica, with their base, can't beat Spain. Spain beat Jamaica 2 times in a 2 day. Sonic Marsh, you see, I tell you, Tina is much better. See that third leg? Was it Tina? She looked like Tina, but the name was Tia. It looked like Tina, do you know?
No, Tina.
But the name was Tia. Was it Tina who ran the race? Okay, but it definitely looked like it was. It looked like Tia. Like, okay, so they removed the Olympic finalists. Something is happening there. They removed the Olympic finalists and brought the sister in. That's okay. I don't understand what happened. Maybe I missed something there. So Teflon Dan is saying it's sad because it does not look like Sharika will be back to the point where she could break the 200-meter world record. She was so close back when she was in shape. Cosmic is saying Tina did well. I think Tia isn't in great health. That's what I'm saying. The face definitely looked like it was Tina. Okay, thanks for that clarification because the names there listed was Tia. Definitely. Cosmic Jeremy Kelly says same thing I said. Cosmic Wisdom 999 is saying I am still not worried though. Even America came fourth and they still kept mentioning Jamaica. Jamaica is the topic of conversation right now. They will not stop talking about Jamaica. They will continue to talk about Jamaica until for the next 15 years because Jamaica created such a legacy. Remember guys, touch that like button. I appreciate that, please. I think Jamaica will continue to talk about Jamaica. But the saddest part of all of this is those people who built the legacy, you know, the Usain Bolt retired and it's known. He's retired. But the likes of Elaine Thompson, who we still wonder if anything is left in the tank and she's still there training and all of that. A lot of people are still wondering the legacy is not yet dead. That's it. But we haven't seen the new crop of athletes who are out there elite. Remember when Shelly and Fraser came on the scene after at the Olympics running that 10.73 and we are like, okay, Shelly and Fraser arrived. Or the 7.8, I can't remember what it was. We haven't really seen any athlete looking like that yet. We haven't seen an athlete that replaced anything. Kishane Thompson looked like, all right, he could start the resurgence. Akeem Blake looked like a steady rise. So Akeem Blake, Kishane Thompson, and Oblique Sylvie look like we had 3 athletes who probably could do something. Akeem got injured. Maybe if he wasn't injured, it would have been a different situation. But Julian Fort would definitely still be there. He's still running faster times than most people in Jamaica, right? Johan Blake, a lot of people is saying Johan Blake. I don't know what to say about Johan Blake. You know, I don't know what to say. Now, the men 4x1 is out there on the track. Crazy thing is, Jamaica, we don't have a dog in this fight. Who are you rooting for? I think South Africa did a really good job yesterday. I'd like to see them follow up. And you see on the starting leg there, they got Walaza, this young boy that was just so dominant at the Under-20 World Championship. I like it. And Sim being it to anchor. I think this is going to be an interesting race because the USA looks good. The Japanese team, they had a world lead yesterday, equaling South Africa's time yesterday. So it's interesting to see. The USA with Kenny Benerick, I know he's in shape, he's doing good. They just want to qualify. And then at the right time, they'll bring their Fred Curley, Noah Lyles, mix it in with probably even the guy that is training with, even Coleman. They should have a good team. So I'm sure that they just want to qualify here. It's just sad that the Jamaica team is what it is now. I think we just need to regroup though. Accept reality for what it is and regroup. Tina ran that curve so well. Sandy is saying no, Tina. Okay. That was not Tina, it was Tia. That's the confusion here. I don't know who it was. On the screen it was saying Tia, but somehow the face looked like Tina. who was it? Shelly flying, Tina flying, Sherika maybe a week walkly, a weakling. Sherika don't look good for true. Sherika is not looking really good. Cosmic Wisdom is saying Tina is coming back. I think she is the most dominant of the two. She had been the most dominant for a long time. Let's see what happens here. John with Kelly is saying Sonic, she just did in this one. She ran past USA even though she still didn't look good. Jan Mark, Jan Mark says she tired. Me never see her for a while. I say, well, what time she go fall asleep? Me know, man. Me know the vibes there. You ever in a position where they are working, you just want to take a 15-minute nap? Lord goodness. Tefla Daddy said, Andrew Wellness, PAUC and Bowl team, money, brother. We can't suffer through this curse no more. So we have to make a petition for you see you getting money and lift the curse. You have a real. Sharika is a weak. She always need 10 more meters to get her top speed. So she have to start run. Them have to start use the changeover zone better then. We have to stretch the zone. Because the fourth is like Asafa. When bread always, when wet bread always pulling up are injured. The USA definitely winning this one. Kenny in. Hold on, somebody. Wow, something pull up. What going? Tell me, Hope says somebody will get disqualified. I don't want to feel like somebody got disqualified, got a false start in a relay. So they calling them back. Alright, let's catch up on some of these coming. Cosmic, you mean the 110 instead of 100 meters, Sonic. South Africa probably will take this. Same thing I said about Sherika. Yeah, Mark is saying same. So Cosmic Wisdom 999. Yes, John Kelly. I always think that it takes a while for her to get to that top speed. If that's the case, the changeover would need to be different. They need to use the zone differently. So is it that South Africa is out? I hope they're not out. They're better than everybody else at the moment. So let's see. This young guy from South Africa is gonna be a dominant force. It's a green card. Good. That's nice. So this young guy is gonna be very good. South Africa won. I expected them to win. On my side, they haven't started the race yet. But South Africa took for the victory. I know that they started out, I'm sure it started out extremely well. The first leg, this young guy is super fast. Still waiting to see it start. From my side, it don't start. Stop waste time, judgment on the land. We're not winning anything. Stop waste time. You said Divine E. Appreciate the comment. You're saying judgment upon Jamaica right now. Run down USA. South Africa run down USA and win. You will not see a green card from a Jamaican official. Definitely won't see a green card. Funny enough, I haven't seen the race yet. Mine is really, really slow. So the race is just coming for me. And as I said, this young guy from South Africa is not a joke. And he ended off. Is it Richardson that he ended after? Because Richardson is also another sub 10 runner, And that back stretch is actually a good run. Let's see what's happening here. So this is the third leg is where the US catch. The US made up the ground. Alright, Simbini was behind for sure. This is what I'm talking about. You need to have the ability to run down an athlete and beat them. DeGrasse definitely brought his team through. And this is a new world lead. Simbini with a new world lead. Season base, because the US have a season base pretty close. But Simbini is in farm. Simbini is in farm. You see how graceful he is with that victory? Simbini is in farm, man. Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Simbini is in farm. For sure. They win already. Yeah, man. My feed is very slow. Simbini eat the food. The third leg for South Africa was the slowest, and the US caught them. We need Shelly to run the anchor leg. Appreciate your comment, Christy. Remember, guys, as you comment, touch that like button before you leave, especially. I don't think Shelly is up for the anchor leg right now. Right now, I wonder if we are going to get a new crop of athletes who can challenge the best in the world. Naturally, we had two athletes in the finals of the Olympics. Shelly was one, Tia was one. Watch ya. Canada, I wonder if they got disqualified. The Grass got a third place finish, but did they get disqualified? Because that did not look like it was a good changeover. We'll have to see. So Japan had a season best yesterday and today they didn't make it through. This is how competitive the men's side is, but let's see if the US actually got through or did they get disqualified. I want to really see. Yeah, man. South Africa looking good. South Africa looking good. Jan Mack, the yellow, green. I don't see no more color where I like on the fitting clothes. Still represent. What do you think? Yellow and green to the world, same way. And the man them black. So as far as me know Jamaica that. Remember guys, please touch the like button. Please touch those like button. You're it, Christy. Johan cause us to not qualify. He ran off. Cause Julian Alfred to fumble to put the baton in his hand and it fell. Well, today they ran again and Julian Alfred got injured. So I don't know what to say in terms of Johan Blake. Some people would say, boy, it's just sadness, but you know, I don't know. It's sad. Well, Canada it was legal. The changeover was legal. Canada is, I think, the defending champion for the World Championship. So we can expect them to do. Oh, US with a second place finish. Yeah, man, we can expect Canada. I'm confused. The US, them, anyways, the whole of them probably think them are Canada. South Africa is a must. Definitely, South Africa and Jamaica right now, them black and them are wear green and gold. Jan Max, silly talk, look like the video with Shelly running down and winning Sherika is not up at all. To do any leg, she need to just go train and get healthy. Maybe again, you know, Shelly will be looking to do to conserve her strength and to keep her body in tip-top shape. I don't know what's happening for really. Again, getting a finish in the top 3 of any of the races. That's all a team need. They just need to get a top 3 finish in any of the races, whether it's the first or the second race. Top 3 finish give you a world championship spot. If you failed completely yesterday and finished top 3 today, you got through to the world championship. That's how it is, you know. Yesterday, some of the athletes could have literally just failed out and leave everything on the line today and still go through. That's how it is in this world, in this relay from what I've seen. It's like the repechage, you can decide to just run one good race and leave it at that. Right? You just run one good race. And I think that everybody who went through to the finals already would have qualified. But you just need one good race and you'd have gone through. Shop with A and S. Welcome to live. Appreciate your comment. Cosmic Wisdom is saying it's not Johan Blake fault today. I don't know if it's Johan Blake fault yesterday as well. But something is just off. The only person I really feel it for is Kishane, knowing that he's been training, looking forward to this, and it's just falling apart. It fell apart twice, right? Teflon Danny says, same one. Do this every year. Run well until it comes down to championship. to championship time, then get his usual third or fourth, or Simbini. Okay, Simbini always do this. And Talu, Simbini, and Ominyala. That's true. That's how I feel about them as well. I know Simbini running really good. They deserve it. They deserve to get through. I wish that Jamaica got through as well. Because it really comes down to the big leagues, you know. Simbini had won every race he had been a part of this year. And let's see if he continues. He has been running just like DeGrasse, and DeGrasse got his chance after Bolt. Let's see if Simbini will get his chance now, because he had been running since Bolt and all of those big guys as well. Shockwave A and S is saying Jamaica 4x1 men should have never been in this position where we're scraping to qualify. The job should have been done yesterday. It should have. It really would have been nice if they had gotten that Baton around yesterday and got themselves in the top 3. And because if you get in the top 3 of any of the races, you're good. That's true. So does the 4x1 team have any chance of qualifying now? Alright, so the 4x1 team, if they run any 4x1 anywhere and they get a time, it's 2 spaces I think available, and they would have to run the times for it. After this, after the mixed relays, after the world relays, actually 2 available spots remain. I think 14 people, I can't remember. 6 plus 8. 14 people go through from the mixed relay, from the world relays, and they should have 16 people, I think. So 14 people, 14 countries go through from the world relays, and 2 available spots just out there. The Jamaica team, if they are able to run really fast times, they can get one of those spots. The same for the women, 4x100 for USA. They still can go through. If they put together a good 4x1 time, they could still go through, because they're only qualifying 14 countries from the world relays, and it is 16 that they will need to qualify for the world championship. So every single relay that had been run, there are still 2 open spots. Big up Rewrite the Narrative. Thank you so much for the comment you read, Christy. Remember to touch the like button before you leave, and if you don't subscribe, subscribe. Sonic Mars, Shelly must run the anchor leg every time. It would be nice. I really would love to start to see some of these young athletes beating these older athletes, because a lot of us believe that young athletes should get some opportunities, but I want them to start beating the older athletes just so that they can phase in to taking over the role. It would be nice to see Shelly, but I think Shelly, after this year, we would have to start searching for somebody as well. You know? Jan Mack is saying Teflon embraced Kishin since yesterday. Beat Kishin since yesterday, but I hear you loud and talk. Shelly is the best anchor leg for Jamaica ever, true? I was disappointed with the Jamaica 4x1. I'm sure the men turned out. Even the women 4x1 was a little bit rough. But they were just running for prize in the 4x1. If it's a medal, it's a bronze, clearly. So, Australia has been doing really, really well in the 4x4. They've been doing really, really well. They pushed the US in the 4x4 men, and now they in the 4x4 mixed 4x4, and now in the 4x4 women, they're pushing the US really, really hard as well. Yanmak is saying that 30 years old body does its own thing. That is true, because Shelly, that's why I'm saying, I'm not saying that Shelly should not be anchoring. What I'm really saying is that Shelly should start to get beaten by the youngsters, to the point where we accept these youngsters the same way how Shelly beat Veronica Campbell out of the sport. She beat her out. Veronica Campbell was good enough to represent Jamaica, but Shelly Ann Fraser was better. She beat her out. And that's what we need to see some of these youngsters starting to do. Beat the older ones out. I don't want them to just retire and say give them a chance. No, beat them out. That's what I think. All right, so fourth is fast, but he keeps pulling up. That is true. Kishan keeps waiting, and it's sad. It's gonna break his confidence. Talu retired. No, Talu didn't retire. Talu is still running. This is her final year, I think, but she's still running. I think she had a really good time this year as well. I can't remember, but I think she had a really good time this year. I can't remember the race that she ran. I had a really good time where she won actually. So Jamaica 4x1 still not qualified on the second time. No, the Jamaica 4x1, Julian Ford pulled up. He had an injury, so he couldn't complete his leg. So he didn't get the baton over to Yuan Blake. So Julian Ford had to pull up in that one. It was a very sad situation because my feed was delayed and I was watching it and I was saying that. So against Spain, they qualified for the 4x4. Beating, guess who? The USA. These teams that are not specialists in the flat 400 or the flat 100, they are showing up in the relays. Jamaica need to send and guess what? South Africa in the 4x4 with a national record qualified again. So South Africa in the 4x1, South Africa in the 4x4, Spain in the 4x1, Spain in the 4x4. These smaller teams are relay specialists showing up and doing excellent work. Jamaica need to go learn from them or watch the videos and learn something. The USA got a second place finish. We expect the USA to be there. But the USA did not win. And I'm sure they went out there expecting to win. This is how the world had caught up. Not just to Jamaica, but to everybody else. Remember guys, touch that like button. Appreciate all interaction. Please, touch the like button. Cosmic Wisdom 999 4x4 men also has 2 spots available. So all teams, all relays that got run have 2 available spots. The world championship, no, the world relays is filling 14 of 16 relay spots. And 2 relay spots are open to anybody who did not qualify. Jamaica have an opportunity, but they will have to figure out how to get in. They will need to figure out how to get in. At the World Relays, they will not have a gold medal going back home. Okay, so yesterday, all teams that finished in the top 3 qualifies for the World Relays. Qualified for the World Championship. From yesterday, all the teams that finished in top 3, they naturally qualified. All the teams that finished in the top 3 today from heats, they naturally qualified. All the teams that finished in the top 3 from the finals today, they get medals. They get prize. So that's what Jamaica was running for. The women, they were running for a prize and medals. So Spain got a silver medal. They were grateful. Great Britain got a gold medal in the 4x1. They were grateful. Jamaica got a bronze medal. And a lot of people will not be happy about that. Shelly Ann Fraser Price would have been happy. Shelly Ann Fraser would have been happy to get another gold under her belt. But I guess they saw the writing on the wall because I didn't see a smile from her. Yuritz Christy, appreciate you subscribing. Tell the others to subscribe and touch the like button. Appreciate that. Barnes and Pinnock. So Barnes and Pinnock, not sure what happened with them because, you know, I'm not sure what the conversation was about Barnes and Pinnock, but these are definitely field athletes. Great athletes, but field athletes. Not sure what that conversation was. So Teflon Dan, oh hell no. We need to check every Spanish athlete. No, Teflon Dan. You need to invite me at the next stand-up comedy we have somewhere. I don't know why, but you are definitely the comedian. Check them for what, Teflon. Jan Mack is asking for a friend. For a diesel. Jan Mack said diesel. Nothing like that. They trained for this. Johnny Skelly said, Teflon Dan, we are not going there. You know, man, them say as long as I know the US jet fuel is not involved. And the US jet fuel is fizzled out. Right now, they need to find a different brand of jet fuel. Since they ban everything all around the world, the jet fuel grade had gone down. Commissioner Brown, Jamaica have serious problems. Spain looking very good. That is for sure. John Kelly said they did their homework. Jamaica, time is now for Jamaica to do the homework. And one of the most obvious thing is that these athletes won't necessarily beat you on a flat 400 or a flat 100. But they're going to beat you in the relays because they're putting together a complete race. They're shaving off every millisecond or every thousandth of a second that they can. And they're doing it effectively. You're seeing that some of them utilizing the underpass. Some is the Baton change. They're passing under, some over. You know, it's interesting. You passing my comment, Sonic Marsh. I don't know, where did I pass yours? Let's see what happened here. Shelly is the best anchor leg for Jamaica ever. I don't know if I passed that one. I think I read that one. But I do agree that Shelly is the best anchor leg runner for Jamaica ever. You know, I really do agree that Jamaica is the best. Shelly is the best. But I'm hoping that she will get some form of a challenge from some young athlete coming up. Remember, guys, touch that like button. 33 of us, 19 likes so far. I want Shelly and Fraser to be the best and do the best. But I really want her to start getting beaten. I want them to beat her out of the sport instead of her retiring and we don't know how to replace her. That's what I'm saying. I really do believe that the youngsters need to step up. Some hungry youngster who have a dream and some good mentorship need to step up because the talent is not lacking. Jamaica is doing really well at the Carifta level. They're doing well at the junior under 20 level. The transition is not there. We haven't really seen that transition as yet, but we'd love to see it, you know. Cosmic is saying that, but they have been practicing just for the relays. Yeah, those athletes who are the professional relay athletes, they have been practicing for the relays. Jamaica really need to allow the athletes who want to be individual athletes to focus on individual races if that's what they want, and get a pool of athletes out of wherever, maybe college, maybe high school, and start prepping them for the relays, because these athletes may not necessarily beat the ones who are specialists in the flat 100 or the flat 200. They may not be able to beat them. They may not be able to beat them, so they have to get some athletes and get that academy together and push them to become the best relay team. That even if you put a professional 4 against this relay team, that's a professional relay team, they would struggle to beat them. These team. So right now we're gonna see the mixed 4x4 finals. China is in that finals. What does that mean? China already made it through. China already made it through to the World Championships. They're running for a medal at this point at home. So we'll see what happened there. When we have ever seen white Europeans that fast, the 80s, and we know what they were doing back then. So until I know for a fact they are not clear, you can't tell me nothing. They like that, nah, he's up at all in a yard mark. Chad was there. Jamaica get no medals. I think Jamaica got a bronze medal. And I don't know, in the 4x1, the mixed 4x1, they're supposed to get a silver medal. I don't know if they give medal, but Jamaica finished second and third so far. So this shows that Jamaica really is not in the golden era. I made that video and saying Jamaica is no longer in a golden era. They're either in a silver or a bronze era or a qualifying era. The golden era had gone. It's way beyond us right now. It's gone. The youngster, look again. Okay, hold on, let me see. Sonic Marsh. Kishi,
Africa again.
Miss out on those Sonic. I miss out on that one. Sorry about that. Didn't see it. So, um, Yanmak is saying, you know about Prevolova, who used to beat Merlinati. Prevolova, who used to beat Merlinati. I don't know about her at all. Jeremy Kelly said, challenge. Our days are numbered. Shelly has the heart of a champion. Alright, South Africa is looking good, you know. South Africa so far qualified for this is the 4x4. This is the 4x4. Where's the US? This US is not in this race, huh? This is the 4x4. And South Africa is looking super good in the 4x4. So far, South Africa is doing really, really well. Cosmic is saying that Jamaica is probably doing well at the field event now rather than track. Yeah, I'm saying that what goes around comes around. So the great times have gone around for Jamaica. They have to accept reality. They will have to change the rules. Johnny Kane said they have to change the rules. I thought it was over. Let me go watch. No, it's almost done. They're getting close to the finish line now. They're almost done. They're wrapping up. So this is the last race. And guess what? South Africa won. So the last 3 races that South Africa was a part of, they got a medal in all 3 races. All of them. South Africa got a medal in all the races. South Africa got a medal all these races. So I think that it's coming down there to the end. Botswana and South Africa doing very, 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 very well. Who won this race?
South Africa.
South Africa won this race. Botswana got a 3rd place finish. The USA nowhere to be found. I don't remember what happened with this one. I think they qualified for it, but they didn't get an opportunity to run for a medal. But look at these African teams. And you see, they're all cheering together. It reminds me of when Jamaica was doing well. South Africa had 3 teams out there cheering each other on. This is like when momentum. If you break the momentum, it continues to go down. Jamaica have to go back to the chopping block, chop some people, and then start something fresh. Definitely, it have to happen. South Africa again, Yanmak. Yes, Yanmak definitely. South Africa one more time. Russia still on their ban farm. Yep. Sherika is not running well. That's true. Sherika definitely is not doing her best right now. And you can see it in her face that she's not even that happy. She's not as enthusiastic as she probably should. Devlandan is saying, good to see the Africans start to shine in track and field and they are united around their one another specific sprint event. Definitely. And Simbini somehow, it seems like he is the one that is, like the force behind them. So Simbini winning, when Van Nitsker inspired them. Is he there? But definitely with the world record that he have, yes, I could see the world record being a symbol for them. But the way how Simbini is running as well, I believe this, the way how Simbini is running is giving a lot of confidence to the entire group. John Kellin is saying World Championship will be lit. A lot of heart will be broken. Yanmark, or is it something? I wonder if it's Janmark or Yanmark. Anyways, I'm going with Ian Mac. I'm Jamaican. I don't do the Spanish. I'm not good with the Spanish. Them a chop right now. Chop down. Glenda Isaac. Welcome to the live. Appreciate the comment. Them a chop right now. Chop down. Right now, the chopping blocks, I don't know if them are chop at all. I don't know if them chopping at all. Someone remove my comment. They don't want to hear the truth about Asafa. Yeah, obviously I didn't see it. I didn't see the comment at all. But again, Asafa is an interesting guy. Asafa somehow he's trying to be helpful, but it can be damaging because a lot of the athletes, in my opinion, they lost interest in the sport. He retired. Van Niekerk, okay, he retired. But Van Niekerk with the 400-meter world record definitely would have inspired a generation. Definitely would have inspired a generation very easily. When he, and right now with what we're seeing from South Africa, a lot of people are inspired. They had been inspired, right? But with him being out there as a symbol, an athlete who ran against Usain Bolt and Asafa Powell and Justin Gatlin, the Tyson Gaze, the Johan Blakes, all of them, he ran with them and he won. Now he's winning. He's doing really well. And all of the South Africans are doing well. Let's see, Tobogo from Botswana, he's doing well. He literally could run on all the different relay teams. And he's not here. And his team is still representing. Jeremy Kellini said, Asafa turn a crybaby now. Asafa, somehow, it seems like Asafa is strategic, right? He said that his children have an opportunity to represent for 3 countries. 3 countries. Jamaica, since the father is Jamaican, the mother has dual citizenship. She is African and Canadian as well. And he's wondering where his children should represent. So Asafa Powell is making a public announcement that here my children are training here. I was a symbol here, but my children will be running for Canada. If not, then Ghana. More likely Canada than Ghana. And they are training. He's showing that they are training, and he's training them really, really hard, really, really well, very early. The high knees very early. So if they decide to run against Jamaica, they will still be representing the Jamaican name because they will be compared as a Jamaican. But you know, Asafa will say a lot. But I do believe that a lot of athletes' attitude changed after the conversation came up, where they're talking about being able to provide for themselves and then being selfish. And I do believe the athletes are selfish. They're running to become the number one. They're trying to get that first place finish. Being selfish is a part of their nature. It should be, actually. You know? And we are the ones that are quite as selfish, saying that you should be doing it for us. Do it for us because we love you. And they're saying we love me too. If you understand what I mean. But yeah, Asafa Powell is saying a lot of things that in some ways is pushing athletes to choose the brand. It's like a brand ambassador in some ways. Choose the brand that will pay you more. And if you're gonna choose the brand that pay you more, you lose the love for the country that allow you to get the notoriety, then you are doing a disservice to yourself and the future. The future athletes, they may not get the same kind of endorsement. Like for example, a Botswana or a South Africa that we're seeing on the rise right now. Sonic Marsh is saying, him a make will lose with him wet bread mindset. The youngster catch it. That's exactly how I feel as well. I believe the youngster, them actually listen to him as a man will look like him have some money. And at 2 world record, he's probably the only athlete outside of Usain Bolt who broke the world record twice. Asafa Powell. So he can talk about this. He can talk about this, and if Usain Bolt didn't break it, then you know it would be shared jointly right now with Johan Blake and Tyson Gay. So Asafa Powell is literally the number 4 in the world in the all-time So world record, come, it go, and when it goes, it permanently goes. A medal stick around unless you want to give it away. So the conversation that now have around medal and world record is an interesting one. I'm gonna probably revisit that conversation as well. Teflon Dan is saying back in Usain days when Jamaica performed poorly at the start of the season, like we see now, we wouldn't be worried knowing come championship time we dominate. However, now we can't think like that. The world caught up. The world caught up and passed. Look at the world celebrating at this world championship. It's interesting how important this world championship is to them. Jan Mack is saying what Asafa done to support track and field in Jamaica. Just negative talk day in and day out. Honestly, I believe this wholeheartedly. Asafa Powell goes out and he encouraged the athletes who can make a difference to choose some money and give up on the country. He talk about it every single day. Right now when Asafa talk, he talk like you. I believe Asafa should join politics. Go into politics and take some money out of the country. That's the best way to get some money. The politician them take as much as them want. They need to join politics. If you really want the money that bad, join politics and go take the money. They don't call it robbery, they call it fraud. Go fraud some money from Jamaica. If you really want to support the country and take the money at the same time, join politics. Teflon Dan is saying, we have no momentum heading into World Championship. Clearly, none whatsoever. Tunnel Vision is saying, hopefully his kids don't get the choking genetics that he has. The kids probably get what the mother have. I say that the kids will choose which country to run for. Nothing is wrong if they choose Ghana or Canada. I believe that as well. I believe that the option is good because wherever they choose to run for, Jamaica will be in the conversation the same. If they beat Jamaica, they would be happy to beat Jamaica. And if they are winning as a Ghanaian or a Canadian, they will be known as a Jamaican, the child of a Jamaican. So at the end of the day, I think it's fine wherever they choose to run from. But I do believe that the conversation that Asafa Powell is starting, it's okay to start the conversation, but talk for yourself, because I keep saying that if you remove Usain Bolt's legacy from Jamaica, it would have been a completely different legacy. Justin Gatlin and Tyson Gay would have had so many medals. Johan Blake would have had medals and still Asafa Powell wouldn't have any. Because even when Usain Bolt was winning, Asafa was not finishing second place. He was not finishing second place. The Americans were still finishing second place. And there was a time when another Jamaican was finishing second place. So there's a lot to be said. And I think Asafa knows it as well. Johnny Kelly is saying they are more about celebrity status, more remember Jamaica like celebrities, but we know worship them. That is what he want. Actually, he definitely want to be a Greek god with a statue that is being polished yearly or every 6 months. Definitely, Asafa definitely have this complex where him think that him achieve more than what he did. I think he should breed something other than bread so that we can tell that he's a little bit more than human. I think the athletes definitely are pulling that mentality where just want to get that sponsorship, collect a piece of money, take it from there, and lose the love for the country. Remember, guys, as you come in, touch that like button before you leave. Even if you don't touch it when you come in, touch it before you leave. I truly appreciate that. Cosmic Wisdom 999 is saying, so funny that Botswana and South Africa are neighbors and some of them speak the same language. I keep saying that the Africa is on the rise, but if you listen to Letsile Tobogo, he always say that my African brother. He always refer to Simbini as his African brother. And Simbini refer to the same Ominiala. So these African teams are very united. They are very, very united because they want to win against the rest of the world. They believe in themselves. And they have been doing it for a while. This is the first time that I've seen a consistent sub-10 series from an African. Usually they would give you an extremely fast time and then that's it. But from what we're seeing from a Simbini, it's a consistent and a steady display. A series of sub 10, and the two relays, they won the two relays, and they're extremely good times. They have the world lead, and they're going into the world championship with the kind of momentum that we wish we had. Because all of Jamaica would be celebrating right now. They would be celebrating whatever victory Jamaica had today. Jerry Kelly is saying, Jan Mack, he need to shut up more while. I am a huge Asafa fan, but I don't even listen to him now when he talks. Can't stand a man that cries so much. Teflon said, first and foremost, not because the dad is good in the sport, mean the kid will be. They might not even be interested in track and field. And the time they reach that age, what are we even talking about? That is true. I had that same opinion on the matter. Because, again, children choose their own path. And some people just they like what they like. And life throws some curveballs that you can't even dodge. Yeah, that's true. That's for sure. Cosmic Wisdom is saying he can't tell his kids who to run for if they have the mind of their own. So I think Marsh, Asafa kids are not better than nobody else. Kiss me teeth. Mommy Bear, welcome to the live. Appreciate your comment. I think Shelly is better on the anchor leg. Shelly had a history of being extremely good on the anchor leg. Hopefully by the time things come around, Jamaica will have a complete team, a good team ready to represent. Hopefully. Mindset, welcome to live. Appreciate your comment. Remember guys, touch the like button before you leave. Mindset is saying, I think Simbini is running too fast, too early. Well, I think he's running extremely fast, very early. But we have seen a little results for him at the moment. Simbini pulled off an indoor win and now a world relay win. So there's some reward for this early action. Hopefully it continues. But so far he had some reward. I think that he had some reward. Alright guys, for everybody who had been here, please remember to touch that like before you leave, and I appreciate you for stopping by. I'm gonna wrap this one right here because I really do think that I need to make at least a simple video about what we saw today. So, appreciate everybody being here. Thank you so much. All right, Tunnel Vision is saying that with as slow as they are running, it doesn't matter who runs on what legs. Result will still be no podium. The new blood need to step up. That is the truth. I want them to beat the old blood out into submission. Beat them out of the sport. We love the old blood, but we accept them when they lose. We accept when Veronica Campbell lost to Shelly and Shelly took over. We need them to beat them out. Beat them out. Cosmic Wisdom 999 is saying Africa season start early. Hopefully they don't burn out. Share the same sentiment. Guys, touch that like button before you leave. For everybody who has been here, appreciate you being here. And thank you for keeping the company. Rewrite the narrative. Like, share, subscribe.